I'd get a chicken with a can of Budweiser up its butt on my calf muscle. Hello everyone, welcome back to Just Like Mom Made. Sorry, I had to take a brief hiatus there for like a month or so because I got a real bad case of the pandemic blues and I just couldn't stop crying. But I'm not crying today, so I'm gonna cook. This is the 10th episode of Just Like Mom Made, and I am so excited that we've gotten that far, and there's a little community watching the show, and I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching the show. And this episode is specifically for you guys because this is not one of my mom's recipes. This is one of your mom's recipes. Jessica Wynn, who I was in band with in high school, messaged me and said, my mom has the best no-bake cookie recipe. Let me send it to you. And she took a picture and she sent it. And look at this. Of course, this is a mom's recipe. Look at that cursive. It's so beautiful. I love it. That's my handwriting. That's the handwriting of people who write, Dear Diary, why doesn't Kyle like me? I just want to be like Corey and Topanga and Boy Meets World and find my true love. So this is a no-bake recipe. It is made with oatmeal and has no flour in it. So long as you get gluten-free oatmeal, which oatmeal is supposed to be gluten-free, it's a gluten-free recipe. So yippee skippy. We just mix all of our ingredients in one bowl and we don't even have to like do anything fancy with the mixer. So we're going to turn our stove on, take 2 cups of sugar, put it in the pot, 113 grams of butter. We're gonna throw that in there too. I just realized I should have probably put the butter in first, but this is how we learn. 4 tablespoons of cocoa. 4. And then the last thing that goes in this place is a half a cup of milk or 125 milliliters. So as always, the full recipe is in the description below. If you want to see it, is both written in cups and grams so you can measure it out on any side of the world. So now bring this to a rolling boil, and then once it is, you immediately take it off the heat. So as we're waiting for this to boil up, I sent out a request. If any of you guys have any questions for me, I would answer them on this episode. So thank you all for watching and joining in. Our first question is from Ozzy G 2010. What methods do you use to select your cooking outfits for each show? Thank you so much for asking. Number one, most important thing, it can be glamorous, but it has to be comfortable because you're like lifting pots and stirring and you need full range of motion at all times to cook. As the pandemic's gone on, we've been in lockdown in London almost the entire year. As a stand-up comedian, I haven't had a job. I haven't had to get dressed. And all the clothes I'm wearing on the show, they're the clothes I usually perform in. But I decided when I made Just Like Mom Made to have an excuse to get out of my sweatpants and wash my hair, which has been a real problem this pandemic. Like Tom has had to tell me a couple of times that washing my hair is important and I should do it more than once every 2 months. This scarf was crocheted by my friend Angela, and look, it's got little scully bones in it. She made this with her hands. I have to wear it on the show and just talk about how wonderful Angela Barnes is. If you send me clothes, I will wear them on the show. No pressure, anyone, just saying. Our next question is from Dino McGinnis, and he asks, s'mores, using ingredients available in the UK, how would you best make a s'more? And it's a graham cracker, a piece of Hershey's, a roasted marshmallow, and another graham cracker, and you put it together like a sandwich and you eat it, and it's amazing if you've never had one. If I was using British ingredients, 2 digestive biscuits, chocolate digestive biscuits, put 1 bar of Cadbury dairy milk on it, then the marshmallow, other digestive, squish it together, and it'd be like double chocolate. I think that'd be really good. So this is starting to boil. You let it just kind of boil for about a minute, and then you take it off the heat. You are going to throw in your half a cup of peanut butter. Which goes right in there. You need a teaspoon of vanilla, 3 cups or 255 grams of oatmeal. So you throw that in. Mix all that together. Jessica's mom, Vicky, says if it's too thick, you can always add like a half more cup of milk. So we'll see how we go. But I think this consistency is the good stuff. So we're gonna stir this up together. And now I will answer another question. Spudfish83 asked, what food-based tattoo would you have if you had to have one? Which is a really fun question. I'd get a chicken with a can of Budweiser up its butt on my calf muscle. Do you know you can do that? It's called beer butt chicken. Put the chicken over it and roast it standing up. Even though I've never made that recipe, I really feel like it's trashy delicious, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the culinary world. The homeschool style, but with a bit of trash. I asked my boyfriend what he thinks I should get, and he said that I should get a cupcake above my pussy. Don't visualize it. Stop thinking about it. I'm upset too. And then that's it. That's the whole mixture right there. So all we have to do after that is just scoop up about a tablespoon. That's it. That's it. That's how you make them. That's the whole thing. Gina Marie wrote, why are you so awesome and amazing? Oh, Gina, you stop. Gina and I also went to high school together. She's another fabulous human being. And Gina, I see you. I see you on Facebook being awesome and fabulous. I see you on your own little journey of health and wellness. Girl, you're doing good. You look good. You feel good. You are good. You're fabulous, Gina. You keep being you. And now I'm answering questions so well that I'm not proportioning out my cookie size very well. Mickey Milkovic from Instagram, no, don't know him, never seen him. It's not like we're related. Asked me, how many Y's in the word pie and how do you get there? This is some sort of riddle and I'm supposed to understand. I'm going to say that the number of Y's in pie depends on what part of the world you're in. So like where we grew up in Ohio, like pie, yeah, so it's not quite a southern accent, so just like a little Y. Where my mom grew up in Indiana, it'd be like pie. But if you're British, there's no Y in pie, because it's pa, fish pie. They're so fancy like that. They don't even have a Y. This makes a lot. I'm going to make these bigger because this is just, no one's ever said, oh gosh, I wish that cookie was smaller. It never happened. Those are huge. I'm into it. Okay, next question. Lucille asked, hi Lucille, I also see you raising dogs. It's beautiful, love the puppies. Did you choose the pot to match your hair or did you choose your hair to match the pot? I have wanted to do a baking show now for years. My kitchen in my old apartment was too small. So when we moved here, which we did during the pandemic because we were like, let's make things more stressful. My boyfriend, who's like really into interior design, was like, we'll do everything in teal, blue, and silver. Those are our colors. That's how he sounds to me, even though he's an English man. Because this is an induction hob, we didn't have any pots and pans that would work on this, so we had to buy all new stuff. So I just bought stuff that matched my clothes and my hair. My hair is getting really, really grown out, and I'm afraid that it's now at the point that people can tell I diet. Carrie Herbert asked, sweet potatoes and marshmallows, like flowers in the attic, are they for real? Yes, 100%. So in 1917, there is a confectionery company in the US called Angelus Marshmallow, who made marshmallows. They were a very new thing. They were considered like a fancy, convenient food. So they were trying to like sell the mellow. They hired a cookbook writer named Janet McKenzie Hill, and she wrote them a little pamphlet of things you could make using marshmallows, like recipes using marshmallows. And that's the first documentation of anyone putting marshmallows and sweet potatoes together. So fun fact, the only reason why that recipe exists is because of capitalism, which makes sweet potato casserole the most American dish ever. It's just an already sweet potato in a sweet sauce, so it tastes more like what British people would call a pudding. Sadly, it's April right now, and sweet potato casserole is a seasonal dish, at least I consider it, so you'll have to wait for November. Have you ever sat down and thought about what you eat for like those yearly special meals like Christmas or Thanksgiving and gone, do I even like that? Tom Branston asks, my round, what you having? Okay, Tom Branston, I want a pint of Pilsner from a tap. So bad. And things are starting to open up here in the UK, and I just want to sit in a beer garden and have a beer in a long pint glass that was poured from a tap, like more than I want anything else right now. Final question is from my friend and also another great comedian who you should check out, Beck Hill. If your last meal could be made by anyone, what would it be, and would it be different if you had to make your last meal? And bonus question, what crime do you think you would be getting executed for? And thank you, Beck, for that beautiful question. It's so delightful, so fun, so morbid, so perfect. There is a restaurant in Sellersburg, Indiana, which is my favorite restaurant, and it's called The Chicken House. The dining experience there is great. You go in, it's folding tables with cafeteria chairs, and they have the best fried chicken ever. So I would eat all the fried chicken I could so that when I am executed and they pull the switch and fry me, I smell like a chicken. If I had to make the meal, would it be different? Absolutely, yes it would be. Let me show you the meal I would make. The summer lobster boil at the beach, and I think you should buy this cookbook, not necessarily to make this, because I think it's gonna be very tricky, but to just read it. Heart of Home, Susan Branch, super cute. Here's what you'll need for a lobster boil: a 4-wheel drive truck, 2 shovels, wood, lots of it, a large bucket. This actually looks like a list of things you need if you're gonna kill someone. Which makes sense because I'm on death row, so why wouldn't we make this? You need rocks, like 15, and fresh water, a clam knife, short-legged beach chairs. This is what I'm gonna make if I'm making my last meal. I'm gonna spend a day on the beach. I'm gonna be like, no, Your Honor, this is totally within my rights because it is the exact recipe. She says you have to go to the beach in order to make it. So this is what I do. I go to the beach. And then from there, I'd escape. Because I don't actually like lobster and I think clams are weird. Also, Beck asked me, what crime would I be executed for? Clearly killing the patriarchy. That's what they kill me for. That's like a really cute thing to say, but given sometimes it feels like the political climate here, it could happen, and that's scary. Anyway, no-bake cookies are pretty much done. So what you do is from here is you just lay them out and you just let them set. It takes about a half hour. So we're just gonna leave them and then we will come back with the no-bake cookies. And here are our no-bake cookies. Let's try it. Delicious. Stop zooming in. I'm gonna swallow before I keep speaking, Tom. No. I have to finish my recording. They're really good. So Jessica, thank you so much for the recipe. Everyone who sent me questions, thank you so much. 10 episodes, I know it's not a lot, but for me, it's so many. So thank you so much for being a part of, no, really?
Just a bit,
I'm just trying to record a nice ending to my 10th episode show, which was such a big deal because I never do anything 10 times. Do I still have chocolate on my face? Thank you for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And it genuinely means a lot that you guys have been tuning in these first 2 episodes. So let's see what happens next. Bye.